Well, welcome to Sunburnt Souls. On this show, we speak about life and faith and our mental well-being, and we love doing it. And this week is the second week of an interview with Sarah Wiseman. If you missed the first half, make sure you go back and check it out. But today we start delving more deeply into her life as a mom and a minister of the gospel and someone who loves being a mental health advocate and is using Instagram in all different ways to reach people for Jesus. And so thanks for tuning in this week, and I pray it is a blessing to your soul. You know, you speaking about this, you're talking about both the spiritual, emotional, but even the hormonal side of those pregnancies. Mm-hmm. And that never really used to get spoken about that much. But I've even noticed lately there's more chats around like perimenopause and all of that stuff. Now, I don't understand most of it, and I don't need to.
Honestly,
that's okay.
Same still.
I'm still like figuring out some of the lingo.
Oh, I was just preparing myself for menopause. I'm like, what's this perimenopause?
Like, is that earlier or later?
It feels like it's getting closer and closer, and I'm feeling ripped off.
And it feels like a perimeter. Does it mean like, you know, peri? Does that mean I can get other people? But, I mean,
nobody's safe. Well, no one is safe really if it's happening.
It's going. It's happening
the family's
everywhere.
Going through it.
Oh, yeah. I get surprised because I've got a wife and daughter, and sometimes I'm just like, I don't understand what's happening here. I'll take my son to Macca's and we'll bring stuff back for the girls.
Bring chocolate back and just run to your bedroom.
Yeah, and luckily I'm married to a competent, beautiful wife who knows what she's doing.
I have loved listening to your episodes.
Yeah,
cool.
She's the best.
She seems awesome.
I mean, I'm glad you're speaking into this space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the hormonal structure is ridiculous. Like the amount of power and draw it has and ability to overtake your actions and stuff. It's quite insane. And
you feel like I was actually listening to your episode about what to do when you've done the wrong thing during because PMDD has dysphoria in the word, in the name, you know, and you were talking about being euphoric's great, but dysphoric, like you feel like the worst version of yourself. Yeah. And that's been my experience. Like every month I'm feeling like that for like 7+ days.
Wow.
And it's so hard because you feel out of control. Like you feel like you're acting like somebody that you're not, and everyone's paying for it. And then once you feel better, you're like trying to clean up all the mess you made. Oh. It's so intense.
Sarah, you're so right. So dysphoria, I wonder if, so for you, so for me it works where I've got the energy of being manic and the aggravation of being depressed.
Right.
So I'm like monstrously angry and mean, and it's the worst because like you said, when you're trying to clean it up after you've messed it up.
You feel like a hypocrite.
You feel like a hypocrite. Yeah. You feel like you've hurt the very people you love more than anyone else.
100%.
Like, I love my family the most.
I know.
The last in that episode I hurt someone. And to get to that place afterwards where you're like, I'm so sorry. Like, this is all me. And I was triggered and I lashed out at you and you actually did nothing wrong. And the words that came out of my mouth, they're not what I believe.
I don't even mean it. I know.
And that's the hardest because they see the words coming out of our face. But they're like, so when they remember it, they're like, that's what Dad believes. That's what Mum believes. Yeah. Is it a similar thing for you with that?
It is exactly. It's that exactly. And like there's so many tough conversations where I've had to just be like, I didn't mean that. I'm so sorry. Like, and you know, it's easy to look back and just think of everything mental illness or your situation is taking from you and your family. But I've just felt God teaching me everything. It's also giving. Like it's giving my kids this opportunity to see a parent who can apologize, who can humble themselves. Like I said, I feel hypocritical, and when I'm doing it, I can't think of any of that stuff. I'm like, I'm the worst mum ever, you know, like, but my kids are so good at grace. Like, I think because they just are learning to be, and I've explained to them, like, I think it's a little easier because I can see it coming. I don't know if easy is the word for it, but like, I know if it's coming, I know.
Oh, timing-wise.
Yeah, timing-wise, it's the same time of the month, which also makes it scarier because you're like, it feels like you're just about to disappear and it's awful. But I try to prepare I literally bake extra meals. So like, because I feel like I have the energy of depression. So like, I just don't want to do anything. It's hard to leave the house. It's hard to see friends. Like, and I homeschool. So it's like, I am always around my kids. Like, sometimes I'm like, would they be safer if I just sent them to school? And like a teacher got cranky at them. But then God's even said to me, you know, like if a teacher is stressed and flips out at your kids, like they don't get to repair it like you can.
Yeah.
You know, and so God's been taking me on this journey of trying to also realize what they're gaining from seeing me go through this journey. So it's not just this awful experience that's happening to my family. Like they're learning compassion. Like now they're just like, it's okay, Mum. We know you love us. I say, look, I call them my red days because Mum's like raging red. They know they get more TV on those days. Like I try to almost make rewards like so that, yeah, they know Mummy's like, they even say to me now like, Mum, it's a red day, isn't it? I'm like, it sure is, and I'm really sorry. Like, but yeah, it is what it is. And you know what? Even no matter how much I change in the month, God never changes, you know?
Yeah.
No matter the highs and lows you have, Dave, like what God says about you never changes, you know, and his promises never change. And that's something that I think is important to remember. Like our moods may change, our you know, capabilities might change, but he does not change. And he's not surprised by our mental health. Like he knew the plan for our life. He knew how the enemy was going to come after us. And he's not just like, oh no, like, oh no, how am I going to bless her now? How am I going to bless her kids now? Like I always try to think of that, you know, like he knew that I would struggle with this and he already had a plan to like make the enemy pay, I think. And so, yeah, I don't even know what you asked me, but that's my
thanks
thoughts.
for sharing that, Sarah, because I'd only gotten to a place of repentance and hoping for restoration.
Yeah.
I didn't make the next step, which you just pointed out, that not only can God bring restoration, he can use this to equip them.
Yeah. And
that's actually giving me goosebumps because that's actually restoration. That's proper gospel, that is.
Yeah, and I don't say that to like relinquish responsibility because trust me, like I am the first to say like I never should have said that. I should not have yelled. I'm so sorry. Like it feels like the total opposite of who I am as a person.
Yeah.
And I just say like you didn't deserve that. Like it's not your fault. All the things I know kids need to hear. But I do pray that if they grow up one day and they deal with something similar, they know like, oh, wait, God still has a plan. Like the way I explain it to them, I'm like, imagine God and the enemy are playing a game of like, you know, like cards, right? The enemy has power on this earth, but he doesn't have authority. So he might try and play a card, right? He can play his cards, but God always has a better one. So if something bad happens, if I've hurt you, like God plans to heal you.
Yeah.
If someone else hurts you, God plans to heal you and turn it into something great. Like, so I have to remember that for myself sometimes. If I let my kids down, like God still has a plan. You know, like I am not the last thing that's going to happen to them because God is their father more than I'm their mother. So
powerful.
Yeah, he always has a better plan. But
that's powerful.
Yeah.
And it gives you hope and me hope as imperfect parents
100%.
that they could still turn out to be pretty rad little young adults,
Well, you know what? I something God said to me when my kids were little, I was like, God, what? No, not what's wrong with these kids, but like some days you're like, what the heck is going on? I think we've all had that. Yeah, or they just do the wrong thing because they're human, right? And you're like, I've taught you 1,000,000 times not to do that. I'm like, God, what am I doing wrong? And he says to me, Sarah, I'm the perfect dad and my kids still do the wrong thing. Like I literally am the perfect father. I offer them everything. They still mess up. So if I don't take it personally, you can't start taking that personally either. I'm like, okay, fair point. And
that's a good word.
Right? Yeah. And then I also make the Old Testament makes a bit more sense with the smiting and stuff. Like, you know, God doesn't get angry, but then you're like, well, he
maybe
gave
a bit.
them many chances, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's good for me to, and also like I have I have this thing called the apology pie in our home where it's like if you've done the wrong thing, you got to complete all pieces of the pie. So like you say sorry. That's the first piece. It's kind of like that episode you did where it's like you say sorry, but then you got to do the next piece, which is you listen to how you made them feel. Then you say, I understand and I'm still sorry. And then you change your behavior. And I'm like, if you haven't done all four, the pie's not complete, right?
Yeah.
And so I then have to do that for them every month when I'm like, you know, and I have experienced healing within this journey. Like God has been in it, you know, and I actually don't suffer as bad as I did. And I do believe he can fully heal me, but yeah, I just see a lot of purpose in going through it. And I just pray that he'll protect their little hearts, and they might grow up and I'll pay for their therapy. Like, they might need to talk to someone. I'm sure they will. But I just have to, I just try to remember, like, God's a perfect parent. You know, and he still has kids that do the wrong thing. So, I just got to be humble.
It's powerful because we, as imperfect people, will always make mistakes, you know, and still have to live in joy and freedom the same way they do.
Yeah.
I like what you said too, like you're still hoping for healing, but at the same time living realistically, like preparing for the red days, getting the pie on the fridge, all that stuff. It's still like living in faith. I had an argument, I would say, with a guy once who sort of said, Dave, you're just like, you know, resigned to the fact that you have bipolar, you're not fighting anymore. And,
oh, man, isn't that fun?
It's all good. I mean, I pushed him over. No.
I punched him. but I apologise.
That's right, I apologise. But I was dysphoric, so it was okay.
You did the whole apology pie. It was
the
fine.
whole pie was in his face. But but he, you know, like that's the misconception, is that because we take medication or whatever our path is, like, but I'm way better than I was a year ago.
Oh,
you know,
totally.
And so like it's still healing.
100%. And even Paul said, like, I begged him 3 times to take this away from me, and he didn't, you know. And so I never want to get like proud enough to be like, you know, it is hard in church. There's such different theologies around healing. Oh, and it is hard, but it's like, you know what? Like, I have learned more about God's grace and his kindness and his love. My faith has grown so much more in the valley than it has on the mountaintop. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know if I'd change a thing, because it's like the richness of my faith has come from when I haven't had it all together, and I've still experienced his grace. Like that pregnancy with Abel, I'll never forget, like, I had one of the biggest revelations about how I even approach God, because I was lying on my bed one day like, I don't think I'm going to survive this. I was just crying. I was like, God, save me. And I closed my eyes. I was listening to worship music, which even that was hard for me to do, because just trying felt hard. Like it just felt so hard. And God showed me this picture of, I closed my eyes and I saw Jesus like standing there, and I was on my knees like begging him to help me. I was like at his feet, like, save me, Lord. And my heart posture was love. Like I loved him so much. And in this picture, he like scooped me up and put me on his shoulder and just put my head on his shoulder and was like, honey, this is where you belong when you feel broken, you know. And it was like less about what I needed from him and more about where I needed to be with him. You know what I mean? And so I think that's what brokenness teaches us. And I think it's why, yes, we should ask for healing. Like Paul asked 3 times, like, take this away. But if he doesn't, he's still good. Like no one can take that from me now. No. Because I've seen in my lack of healing, he's still good. Like even in unanswered prayer, he's still amazing. He still loves me. Yeah. I'm still worthy of love. You know, like you can't learn that any other way, really. No. I don't think.
And that love is like, this is, I think, what is crazy is sometimes you would be performing as the best mum ever. You know, baking stuff, doing crafts at home, all of the best mum stuff. Yeah. And then other days crying on the bed. Yeah. And his love to us isn't like waver. It doesn't waver between the two.
Isn't it wild?
No. But the weird thing is then we would project it onto our spiritual walk and think that God loves us more when we're doing our devotions and praying and
100%.
You know, and he doesn't love us as much when we're swearing and carrying on and you know, and one's just pain and the other one's just exist, you know, and
and I think that's one of the hardest things to get our heads around. And that's what I gained from that moment of salvation. True salvation was like, I literally had nothing. I was a mess, and he loved me so much. I never want to let go of that.
No.
Because I think the longer we're Christians, the more we start striving. Like, all right, now I got to earn it. Like, I was on drugs before, but now I'm like, have to be perfect. Like, you know, it's easier to receive his grace for the big stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like when your life starts to look more together, it's easier to lie to yourself and be like, no, I'm like a pretty decent person.
Yeah, that's
now.
right.
But sometimes the sin is just more hidden or like, sure, it's not addiction, but it's like attitudes, and it's actually the little foxes that we have to just get so good at not letting slip.
Yeah.
We have to be more intentional about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's why your podcast needs to explode, and that's why your ministry needs to explode, is because you're showing people in their faith that mental illness isn't a barrier for God to reach them. And mental ill health, mental issues of any sort, they're not. They're no different to someone having a foot missing. You know what I mean? Like if a footless person came to church one day, hopefully some footless guy hops into your church in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And could you imagine someone coming up and saying, "Oh, it's actually a faith issue, mate." You know,
Dave, are we related? This is yes, exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
If you just had more faith, you'd have a foot.
Oh, and also, like, can you put the crutches down and go for a run, please?
Yeah.
Like, this is what I say to people about medication.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason, we're okay with casts on legs, and we're okay with, like, wheelchairs if you've hurt yourself or had surgery.
Yeah.
But if you need medication because your mind is struggling, nah, absolutely not.
Crazy.
Where's your faith?
That's
your faith? And it's like, I've had to say that to my friends before, who I can see they're in a similar place to where I've been before. If your mind can break under pressure, like it can not break, but like scientifically it can struggle to produce serotonin, the things it needs to function. If that could happen, why would we seek medical attention for everything else but that, you know, because you can't see it?
It's wild.
Yeah, it's wild.
It is wild. And then taking it a step further, imagine if we called up the one-footed lady and started mocking her for not being good at soccer. Yeah. Right? You would be monsters, right?
You would be monsters.
Okay, why are we mocking the one-footed lady for not... Like, she doesn't have the ability to be good at soccer.
Yeah.
She's a woman of God. She is lovely. We love the way she connects with people, but she just doesn't have a foot. Yeah. Right? So she's not going to be good at soccer in the same way someone who has anxiety is not going to be good in the social settings.
That's awesome,
And so we sort of like, well, just be happy.
We're projecting it, right?
Projecting on it. Expecting them to do something they can't do the same way we can't. They don't have the faculty to do it.
And honestly, Dave, this is why I struggle to trust people who have never been broken. I know that sounds terrible, but like because you learn something. Yeah. When you come face to face with your humanity and areas where you fail, it teaches you to have grace for people in a way that makes relationships safe. You know what I mean? But if someone can't like admit they don't have it all together, then they're not going to let you not have it all together either. Yeah. And how can relationship be safe in that way? And like that's what's taught me like how to. Because after that betrayal I went through, I couldn't trust anybody. Like, and my mental health suffered. I initially was pretty good for a while, and then when everyone else was fine, I just plummeted. You know, COVID, it just sent us all into a hole.
That was just a wacko time.
Oh, that's when all my trauma just hit me all at once. It was like God was like, all right, everyone else is healed. Now it's time to deal with you, and I just fell hard and fast.
Oh, man.
But in that time, it was like, even now I've realized if I start to feel unsafe in a relationship or if I'm struggling with like my mental health, I go back to that place back in the day where I only felt safe in my bed. You know what I mean? Like I knew no one could hurt me. I'd cut everybody out. I'm still trying to get over that because it's like it's hard to explain that to people too. Like, hey, just so you know, if I ever stop replying to text messages, I'm probably in bed scared that like people don't really love me or like, you know, like it's real stuff that people go through and no one talks about, but we have to talk about it. Yeah. There's no shame in it.
There's no shame. You said before we're related because of the foot story. We're also related because of the bed story. Like when I'm depressed, I only want to be there because it's the safe place. And when you sleep, you get a temporary reprieve from all the hell of the world.
100%.
You know, but the hard thing is you wake up every time. You know what I mean? And you're
I can't even sleep though. That's my thing. It's more just like I think I push all day for my kids. I push for them to like not see how broken I'm feeling, how tired I'm feeling. And I think, and this is a hard part about homeschooling, is like it's hard to explain to people like I'm never alone. Like I'm being spoken to all day. I'm pushing past how I feel all day long. So then the thought of replying to 2 or 3 text messages on top of that just feels so hard. Yeah. I just want to go lie in bed and like watch a TV show and I feel guilty for that. Yeah. But my brain feels broken. My brain feels so overwhelmed. I don't know what else to do. And God's just been gracious in that. And when you find the right friends, I can be honest with them about that and be like, hey, I'm really struggling. If I don't reach out, it's not because I don't love you. And they know now. They're like red days. No, no, seriously, your girlfriends, they get it. But like, you got to find people who are safe to just be like, look, I get it. No judgment. I'm here when you're ready. And then I get to be that people for others as well. So
that's awesome. You for others and them for you. Do you have a good network?
I have.
Maybe I'll withdraw that question. Someone's just had a fallout. Sorry to interrupt, but if Sunburnt Souls has helped you or blessed you in any way, can I please ask a favour? Could you please tell somebody about it or repost a link or bring it up over dinner with a mate? As a small podcast, we grow by word of mouth and we don't have a big budget for advertising, but we know there's so many people out there that are walking with their own faith and mental illness, or they're supporting someone else who's also walking with their own mental health issues. It'll cost you about 30 seconds to promote or share a link, but the outcome in someone else's life could really be super positive. So thanks so much. Let's get back to the episode.
No, like I said, like it's a real part of my story. After the betrayal I went through, it was vicious. It was brutal.
Okay.
And so it was like...
I don't mean to make light of it.
No, I laugh about it. That's when you know you're healed or you're healing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely still healing. But like I've learned that less is more sometimes with friendships. You know what God's taught me, and this is actually something that's really changed for me. I thought loving people meant trusting everybody, right? But in the last year or so, like God's taught me to love fast and trust slow, and that's okay.
I like that.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Love people, because I'll meet anyone and be like, oh my gosh, hey, and I genuinely feel love for everybody. But then I just open my heart to everyone. And then in the last year, that's just gotten stomped on like over and over again. And
man.
I finally thought, I'm ready. I'm ready to embrace community and relationship again. And I did. And it was a process. And you know what? I don't regret it either, because that's how I learned. Okay, keep loving people still.
Yeah.
And that's something I'm just so grateful. Like one day when I can share my full story, I am so grateful God has preserved my ability to love people. I genuinely can meet people and God just shows me how he sees them. And I really just find it easy to love people. I'm just learning not to just give them my heart immediately. But I'm so glad he's kept that ability for me to genuinely just love people.
Yeah, good.
Sometimes from a distance. But.
Yeah, but I'm glad you haven't withdrawn completely. Like maybe you've got some things to work out there.
Yeah.
But you're still sewing into people and helping people out.
Yeah, sorry. So to answer your question.
No, but it's not always easy, is it?
No,
The few is better is a good line.
Yeah, and I think I'm just learning the wisdom and having a few people who I trust with everything.
Yeah.
And then I love everyone in my life. But then, just learning the distances to have in relationships and stuff, because, it's healthy.
I'm going to tell you a little daydream of mine, Sarah.
Tell me.
I can't say too much, but one day I can't be a pastor forever. Like one day you get to have a break.
Yeah.
And I just am looking forward to the cull. I won't be brutal. Like the people who love me will know that they love me.
Yeah.
But for the others, there'll just be this dust pile of where Dave used to be. But it's not because I don't love people. I just think the capacity to be connected to so many people people is actually quite difficult.
Even Jesus struggled with it.
He did.
And
he took
was
off,
perfect.
man.
Yeah. And one of my best friends, Bianca.
Yeah.
She's just finished being a pastor. And man, I don't know why I end up finding myself friends with people in these positions, because I just don't know if I could do it. But just seeing what pastors go through, I can't even imagine the emotional exertion that you're constantly giving out all the time. I feel that just with social media. I've said to my husband before, I don't want this to blow up any bigger, because then I can't reply to everybody, because I really like to reply to everyone so they feel seen, and everyone shares their stories with me in DMs, because when you're sharing really openly. And I imagine being a pastor is the same. You're like, everyone's coming to you, like giving you all their stuff.
Yeah.
Does that just get heavy?
It happens. And the crazy thing is, no matter what systems you put in place to help, like training pastoral care helpers and everything else, you'll still, and I suppose it's part of the job. Yeah. But it's one of those parts of the job that I just don't know how many years a human can sustain it.
But do you think the system might be a bit broken though?
Yeah,
do you think the way we've set it up, like, I'm sorry if this is controversial.
No, I don't care.
But like, do you think one person or two people were meant to carry the weight of that?
No,
like,
never.
You know, I look back on the Acts church and I'm like, they delegated. You know what I mean? Like, and I just think it is hard. I feel for pastors these days because it really is a lot of pressure on the two main people. And you, like you said, you can put pastoral care people in place, but people look to you and go, wait a second, but he's here for a reason. I want to talk to that guy. Like, that's heavy.
And we always get handballed the hard ones, like births, deaths and marriages. They're the... like, you want to be there for them, and they're a joy. Maybe not death, but you know, but it's what you got to do, I guess. But like, I mean, I'm blessed. Our church, we've been there 15 years, which is probably testimony that it's like, as far as church goes, it's probably the easier of the line, like, you know what I mean, like, which is really cool.
It's testament of the people as well, not just you guys.
Yeah, the people are really epic. Yeah, but I can see at the moment a lot of, we spoke about it earlier, big pastors falling, local pastors burning out. Like, it's in our movement, in the Bappos, there's pretty much nobody coming through. Like, they are just scrambling to start recruiting younger pastors. And
why do you think that is?
There was just like this big glut. So there's sort of like, around my age, there's heaps, and then there's about 5 more years worth coming through.
Right.
So I'm 45, so that's like up to 40, and then this massive void.
Wow.
So when I went to Bible college, you could at any time ring up the college and go, oi, we've got a church vacancy, any good pastors?
Anyone would take it.
Yeah, and they'd be like, cool. Now there's literally no one.
Wow.
So the only ones that go now are ones that other churches have like already sort of mentored and said, we'll send you to Bible college.
Yeah, like it's in the building.
In-house sort of thing.
Yeah. Do you think that's because people are starting their own ministries online?
Yeah,
and
I think there's a lot of that.
They can create their own followings without needing brick and mortar or something?
I do think that. And I think house churches are really easy. And I also think changing careers. So people move careers, not just like industry, not just like jobs from like one teacher at one school, one teacher to another school. Yeah. But like teacher to coach to IT guy, completely different ones. Yeah. And I just wonder if people are weighing up whether or not it's worth committing to a church if you're only going to do it for a couple of years and move on. That's my sort of...
That's fair. There's a lot of like... I think this next generation is very like enamored with instant gratification.
Yeah. Instant.
And pastoring a church is not that. It's like walking alongside people through the hard stuff.
Insightful, Miss Wiseman, because that honestly could be exactly it. Yeah. It's not glamorous. No. It's not instant.
Oh, just seeing what my friend's gone through. And it's thankless. Like people forget what you've done very quickly and we'll just turn or, you know, like, and you're left there like, no worries, hours of praying for you, but like, you know, and that's something God convicted my husband and I of a long time ago. Like, if we ever left a church, like you honor what that season and what they've done for you, like, because the brutality of like people brutal. Just, you sow and sow and sow and then they're like, peace out. Like, I can't imagine that would be really hard. So
it is hard. Thank you for your empathy there though, because it's not often you get,
people get it.
No.
Oh, and I think, I think people just don't empathize a lot with pastors at all.
No.
And it becomes I see like this pattern of like just take. And then, pastors are getting burnt out. And then when they sin, we turn around and go, oh, you failed everybody. And it's like, well...
That's a whole nother episode because
sorry, we could talk for hours.
I'm not shutting you down.
No,
but that needs to be spoken about
100%
because there's something there.
Because they've probably got mental health issues too. But if they talk about it, there's criticism. People don't respect it. I don't know.
If they're kind of worshipped as well, if there's like an attitude where everyone just is like revering them, that's too far.
You got to maintain that.
Yeah.
Oh man, I heard God say to me like a year ago, "I'm just destroying the pedestals." Like. Yeah. He does not want pedestals because then people can fall off things. You know, like
it's so
if
true.
we're all grounded, no one can fall. And if they do, we're all there to catch them, you know, like. And I do think maybe that's why house churches are becoming more more of a thing because it's like we're all here together, got each other's backs, you know. I don't know. Hey, Dave.
I don't know, mate, but we should watch the space because we both care about Christians and the people of God.
Yeah.
As we start winding up, I want to ask a couple of questions. How do they get on your Insta?
Just search Sarah Wiseman. So
did you actually get Sarah Wiseman out of all the 6 billion people?
Sarah.a.wiseman.
Okay.
I tried to get Sarah Wiseman, but no, it was taken. There's actually there's another one, but she's Australian. I was like, hey, we should be friends. I didn't really, but man, that's
we have the same
me.
name.
Hey, let's be friends.
Okay, so Sarah.a.wiseman.
Sarah.a.wiseman.
Yeah.
That's my handle on Instagram. I'm on Facebook.
Yeah.
And then my podcast is called Sit Down with Sarah. I forgot the name of it for a second.
No, that's okay. And I see it's on Apple and Spotify already.
Yes.
Is that where you want most people to go? Or
Yeah. I haven't got a website or anything yet, Dave. I'm just like starting it small.
No, what you're doing is so commendable, and I highly recommend anyone listening to jump on and check out Sit Down with Sarah because it's good stuff already.
Oh, thanks.
And I think it's going to continue to be really good. And
thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a place where you can hear real chats, just like this.
Yeah.
You know, and on my Instagram, I just try to share life, real talk, and just, Yeah. None of the bells and whistles. Just
Nah. Your Insta's good.
Thanks, man.
I'm an old man with social media and I post things I shouldn't post and like the wrong things, but I like watching your clips.
This has encouraged me, actually. I felt convicted while talking to you to stop holding back because I've been holding back for a while now. So
go hard.
Just share. I'll jump on here right now and be like, just chat it today.
Yeah, jump on.
I will. Thank you so much for just trusting me to have this chat and having me here. I've loved this so much. So good.
Yeah, it's so good,
Let's
Sarah.
start a series.
No, I love it.
I'll have you on my one next.
Oh, that'd be awesome. Well, Sarah Wiseman, thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me.
If you would mind praying for us, we always ask our guests to finish off in prayer, and it was such an honour having you. Thank you.
Thanks, man. I'd love to. Okay. Oh, Heavenly Father, I love you so much. I just love you. And I thank you that you love me, but you love every person listening right now, no matter what they're going through, how they felt today, what they've walked through, mistakes that they've made. Lord, would you just let them know right now in this moment? Would you meet them with your love, just like you did with me all those years ago? Would you just show them, let them feel a tangible presence of your love in their car, in their home, wherever they are? Would you just reach out to them and remind them there's always hope, that there is peace available? I pray, Father, that if they're struggling with mental health, that they will keep reaching out to you, that you'll surround them with good people who will give them the support that they need. And would you just help them to see the light at the end of the tunnel, Lord God, to know that there is always hope, there is always a plan. And I just thank you, Lord, that no matter what the enemy has tried to do, you have a better hand. You always have a plan. You always have a plan for a hope and a future. Would you infuse that hope into everybody listening right now? I pray that you'll bless Dave, bless this podcast, and just give us all an incredible week. And we just love you. In your mighty name, amen.
Amen.